Okay, so there is a definite separation when it comes to the historical context of Little Women, as the character's timeline takes place in 1863 to 1866, which is essentially the later half of the Civil War, whereas Gerwig's version was released in 2019. Obviously, two extremely different times, but the characters are still in the same timeline, but the point at which it was released is different. These women in the story are somewhat sheltered from the war simply due to their location, but they are still impacted due to the fact that their father is missing for much of the story. This causes the story to focus simply on the women, their aspirations, their goals, their stories. So each of the girls represent a different form of femininity, as Amy wants to be an artist, Jo wants to be a writer, Meg wants to find love, and Beth is essentially a caretaker, where the mother provides some sort of moral compass for all of the girls and the family as a whole. Um, Jo is definitely considered to be a feminist in this time due to the fact that she focuses on her career and education over marriage prospects. She is ahead of her time, even though this seems like a small aspiration today. I'm sorry. In 2019, the world has a very different view on what is considered feminist, as well as some more background knowledge in order to make critiques that impact the way that Gerwig shapes this film. So, taking in account what Gerwig knows people are going to say about certain um, clips or ideas in her movie, she manipulates that to appeal to the general audience of 2019. Um, a large component of feminism in 2019, so to speak, is intersectionality. We don't see a lot of this in Little Women, even in the original version, as it again is all white women. And so that's a large component of feminism that is missing in this historical context for when the movie is released. Um, it is more acceptable at this point in 2019 for a woman, particularly a white woman of previous wealth, to simply just not marry right off the bat. But nevertheless, viewers are still rooting for Jo in her endeavors and her aspirations in her time. It was seen as something that was bold, and you want her to take a step in the right direction, so to speak, towards the feminism that we experience today.